Philadelphia Eagles have just added a interesting cornerback, Michael Carter II, a guy who was a former 5th round draft pick to the New York Jets. Has not been amazing throughout his career whatsoever, has had a lot of ups and then some downs. This year was just okay. Again, nothing spectacular, nothing that screams off the page, but I do think he's a really good depth option and will help them in a lot of different areas. First of all, depth, right? When you look at this defense, the first thing you notice, go up to the starting defense, right? Adoree Jackson is injured. You have Quinyon, you have Cooper, you have Ringo, right? Outside of that, you have Mac McWilliams, who is a 5th round rookie. And then on the practice squad, you have guys like Thomas Ambry, or Ambry Thomas, excuse me, Tariq Castro Fields, and Parry Nickerson, right? So, with that being said, Michael Carter, number 30 here on your screen, he's going to add immediate depth to the secondary, someone that can rotate in. He does well stopping the run at times, and here's a play where they get a little bit of pre-snap motion by 15. We can tell right away that this is clearly man coverage with him kind of crossing the formation with. Obviously, the Steelers were hoping it wasn't man coverage, but it is. Crossed over the formation. We got an outside zone. I love how he kind of breaks down right here. You look how he doesn't overcommit, breaks down. We want to know, is this running back going to cut this here, cut it here, or bring it all the way to the outside? We don't want to overcommit too early as we are trying to really just make a play here. Get back to the outside, cut stick him. Great tackle there by Michael Carter. But in this video, I wanted to kind of break down some of his film and show you why I think he will be a solid addition. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a game changer by any means, but I do think he is a solid enough player to make a difference on this defense. So hit the like button, hype the video, subscribe, and let's dive in. In run defense, this might be one of the more impressive plays that you'll see by a DB in general, right? By any DB, okay? Now, again, he's only 5'11". He's not the biggest guy in the world, 5'11", 184 pounds, so you don't expect him to be, like, really good in terms of stopping run plays. But he's actually better than you think. Now, there is negatives, and I'm going to show you those as well. But here's a play where we are going to be nickel blitzing, right? We're going to try to get up through that B gap and see if we can get into the backfield. Now we're going to get an outside zone to Kenny Gainwell. Now look at him. He's engaged in a block with an offensive lineman. This should only have one outcome, a pancake, right? You have a 5'11" DB versus a 6'5" interior offensive. Okay, maybe not 6'5", but you guys know what I mean, right? It should be a pancake all day, every day. But he bounces off of it, right? Surprisingly, bounces off this offensive lineman and then continues pursuit and makes the tackle. They end up losing, I believe, 2 yards, maybe 1 yard in this play. But either way, very impressive for a 5'11" DB. Okay, so if anything, right? You look at this defense. They're ranking currently, let's see, 20th in the NFL in yards allowed per carry, 23rd in the NFL in rushing touchdowns allowed per game, and overall 19th when it comes to rush yards allowed per game. So, can he help out stopping the run? I would say he can. Will he? We'll see. I think he will at least help it a little bit. But I know you guys are waiting to hear it. What is the one downside of Michael Carter? Coverage. I know what you guys are thinking. Well, that's not a good sign. You got to be good in coverage. Now, the good news is, yes, he has been bad in coverage. He's also been on a really bad team. But a couple years ago, 2023, he was actually really good in coverage. Really good in coverage. So, I believe there is a side or a possibility that he gets a change of scenery, is on a good football team with good players around him, and elevates his game. That's possible. It happens with a lot of players. I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to happen. I'm not going to sit here and say he's terrible. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be the worst pickup ever, right? I think anything's possible. But this year just did get beat a lot. We're going to get, he's kind of overcommits middle. He likes and tends to hold when he gets beat early. Right here, kind of falls, allows his guy to go wide open. And they pick up 20, 23 yards, right? Now, overall, do I like this pickup? Yes, because you needed it desperately. You desperately needed another DB. This guy has potential. We've already seen it in the past. 2023, 2022, he was really good in coverage. Really good in coverage. Can he maintain consistency is the question with Michael Carter. And I do think with being on a good team, surrounded by good players and good coaching, I think it could change and go back to what it was. Monday Night Football is going to be amazing tonight, and I had a couple of picks for you guys, so we could potentially over 1,000x our money. With the sleeper app, I've been having so much fun using it, and guys, really quickly, if you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match deposit with your first deposit, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 in bonus funds. I mean, just take that alone and use it, right? It's amazing. But let's go through some of my picks. I'm going to start off with Bijan. I like Bijan today to just get a lot of passes. I think Buffalo's going to go up early. So let's look at his line of 115.5 rushing and receiving yards, and I'm going to go more than just 100. I think he's going to catch the football a ton in this football game. I also like Josh Allen rushing, but I'm going to keep it at 25.5, go more than 25. I think that's fair. The Chicago Bears run defense is not very good at all. We're going to go to rushing yards, and I'm going to put it at 50, more than 50 rushing yards. I think that's another one that's pretty fair, one more. I want to go Kyle Pitts. Darnell Mooney, I believe, is out today. I could be wrong, but 25 receiving yards more than I feel like is pretty fair. So Bijan, rush receiving, Josh Allen rushing, Jacory 50, Kyle Pitts 25 plus. I feel like that's fair. If you put 20, you can win 50. Obviously, you can put a lot more. I like playing really safe. But if you really want to go for the moon, you guys can. Let me know in the comments down below. And again, use promo code DUBS. Get that free match deposit. You'll get up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. So make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. And again, code DUBS. But obviously, we need to really hope that he can develop, or not even develop, just go back to what he used to be when, he was performing at a high level. But let me know in the comments down below how you feel. You're going to see him right here in the slot versus Jalen Waddle. I don't think this is a great rep either. We're going to see basically just like this little rub route. Now, again, is it your fault? It's tough. In these rub route situations, it is extremely tough not to go underneath. And if you go underneath this thing, just like basketball, right? If you go underneath, you are basically giving them the sideline, the deep route down the field. You usually want to know you have a safety back here, right? And you do, but he's just playing towards the middle of the field. So I'd rather him kind of go over it, prematurely play it, give up the short pass compared to the deep bomb down the field. Right there, ball's out on time. I mean, the ball's out early, too. This is a good play by Tua, right? Ball's out there. Ball's out there. That's great throw by Tua. But ultimately, again, he's got work to do. I think he could be fine. I think he could be a good player. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and we'll see how he does.